Eric, folks at home always want to drop strokes.
Absolutely.
You've got a secret as far as the putting game is concerned. The stage is yours.
I appreciate that. Well, thanks for having me.
Great to be here.
I see the putting stroke in a similar way to Michelangelo seeing his classic sculpture of David. There's two schools of thought regarding how Michelangelo carved David. One that said he took a piece of marble and carved David, but Michelangelo believed he took a piece of marble and got rid of everything that wasn't David. In your putting stroke, we're going to get rid of the need for all the extra moving parts, like that, starting with the grip. If you hold the putter the same way you hold the other clubs, you're setting up anatomically with a disadvantage. What I mean by that, if you're holding the putter in the fingers, you're going to notice that there's a little bit of an angle in your wrist. This is actually going to invite the moving parts of the hands, and for somebody with Parkinson's disease, we'll still see some tremors and shakes. What's amazing is you have to imagine the wrists to be the Rubik's Cube of the body, in that when you align them in different positions, different things will happen. And the moment you bow the wrist down into this position where the wrists are a little bit more bowed, a wrist locking mechanism occurs. For somebody with Parkinson's disease, this will help quell the tremors. For everyone else, it will reduce the moving parts of the hands. This is what we call body lock number 1, and we form it by having the putter pointing right at the sternum, which is the anatomic center of our rotation, and that little bit of a bowing in the wrist will reduce the moving parts. Body lock number 2 is nothing more than an anchoring of the arms against the body. We do this by bringing the putter in towards us slightly, and then turning the arms in against the body. There's been a conversation of late regarding how to properly anchor. Right here, you're creating two natural anatomic anchors. Why this is so important is for two basic reasons. First of all, it keeps the putter at a consistent radius from my body. And the second thing is, it'll keep my arms from moving away from my body. A common issue that I see all the time as an instructor is somebody will set up with their elbows outside of their shoulders, and these gaps that are present in my arms are very difficult to keep consistent. This is oftentimes going to cause a major issue in terms of the path as well as the face angle. So we can mitigate this also right away through taking the arms and turning them in against the body. Body lock number 3 is what I consider the keystone of the putting stroke, the most important piece of putting. And that's once I get myself in proper positions with body lock number 1 and body lock number 2, I'm going to take my shoulder blades and just pinch them back a little bit. It's going to engage a more centralized muscle group and keep the shoulders from moving all over the place. A common misconception in putting is that we want to rock the shoulders. The issue in saying this is sometimes people will go ahead and lift the shoulders on many different axes around the body. When I take my shoulder blades and pinch them back a little bit, it's literally going to limit the ability for the shoulders to move off of just one axis. Body lock number 4 is nothing more than hinging the thighs back to keep the spine straight. And so why this is so important, if you combine this with keeping my shoulders back, there's literally only one way my shoulder blades can go around the back of my rib cage. And in doing these 4 locks, you're literally reducing the moving parts in the putting stroke, and that's what's going to make you a better putter.
And certainly going to drop the handicap as well. And thanks so much for your time. I've always wondered what Michelangelo's last name was. Turns out it's Kaplan. Eric, thanks so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you.